me feeling like I'm Akademiks. Can't.
Yo, could somebody holler at my boy Diddy? Pause. Not my boy, but just holler at Diddy. If he got millions of dollars to waste on attorneys just for whatever, give it to me, nigga. Like, I could do a better job defending you. I think his lawyer got to go. I think his lawyer's a clout chaser. I've come to realize his lawyer is doing nothing but interviews, taking this opportunity to soak up not only Diddy's funds, pause, probably some baby oil too, but really advertising himself, because I can't understand why he's always running his mouth and he's starting to say shit that's not making it look like he's all for the best interest or have the perfect understanding of what he should be, either no comment or whatever for Sean Diddy Combs. Number one, I told you the dude did like 3 interviews. I personally believe this. And again, this isn't about guilty or innocent. This is just about what you would think a billionaire or potential billionaire defense team or defense would look like. Even I think Andrew Tate shit looks a little bit more professional in terms of actual lawyers. Tate had a lawyer, and then Tate had a PR person that was familiar with law to speak to the public. They did interviews on his behalf, answered questions, fielded whatever. They would talk about the ongoing investigation. This lawyer for Diddy, I think he should be working diligently to figure out a way to get Diddy free. Get him out on bond, then subsequently fighting the case. Every time they stick a camera in front of his face, he got something to say. This nigga I wouldn't be surprised if I seen this nigga on a 20v1 by next week. Trust and believe, okay? This nigga he's talking way too much, right? Now, maybe you could give that a pass. But today, I seen some stuff and I said, yo, Diddy is getting life. If this guy, and by the way, I don't think this guy's going to make it throughout the trial. Somebody's going to tell Diddy, yo, Diddy, your lawyer, he's doing nonstop. Yo, Diddy's lawyer appeared in a documentary by TMZ. And the whole documentary, which is, by the way, coming out on Tubi. Yo, if I'm a billionaire, my lawyer can't be in a Tubi documentary for motherfucking TMZ. Are you crazy? In a Tubi documentary? Talking about baby oil? He should be at his fucking offices, drafting up motions, doing all type of things to get me free. That's why I personally think Diddy should get another law firm, get lawyers that's not running and speaking to the media more than, and by the way, sometimes he's speaking to the media and the answers aren't concise. It doesn't seem like the defense here or the explanations are helping Diddy. And the thing that did it for me today was they asked him about the baby oil, and he himself said, I really don't know why a nigga would have that much baby oil. Like, basically almost saying that it looks weird to him too. How could you defend the weirdo if you're saying he looks like the weirdo? Anyway, this was him leaving MDC. Apparently he did meet with Diddy. But again, first camera they stick in front of his face. He doesn't say, yo, we'll see you in court, or hey, we're going to be filing some motions soon. Look out for them. He always got to talk. This is bad. This thing is going to jail. Diddy, if you hire this guy, you're going to jail, brother. This is what he said today.
Since 8 o'clock this morning, and it's about almost 3 o'clock now. He's just laser focused. He's engaged. He's helpful. He's confident. You know, we're going through our defense as we do every day. And his spirits are relatively good.
How do you explain the baby oil and the lubricants? 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was a lot. I mean, there's a Costco right down the street. You know, I think Americans buy in bulk, as we know. And you know, this is consensual adults doing what consensual adults do. You know, we can't get so puritanical in this country to think that somehow sex is a bad thing, because if it was, there'd be no more people. Been with him since 8 o'clock this morning.
All right. Now, you know, number one, I don't think he's doing an amazing job with that. I think the baby oil angle is going to be an angle they have to defeat, but I think they should defeat in court. I just don't understand the interviews. Why have these interviews that is happening where I don't think Diddy will ever win in the court of public opinion, so just try to have him win in actual court. So this, to me, was infuriating. And if I'm Diddy, I would be extremely mad, right? First and foremost, TMZ has a contract with Tubi about these documentaries. I want to put this in context. TMZ are trying to have the version of, remember Surviving R. Kelly? They're trying to do their version, except it's Surviving Diddy. It's not called Surviving Diddy, but there's a framework to it. They're basically saying Diddy is a perv who did all these things. Now, again, we could all believe that, but we're not defending Diddy, and we're not getting paid millions to defend Diddy. If you're his lawyer, number one, you shouldn't even want to be a part of this. You should issue a statement if you do want to. Hey, Sean P. Diddy Combs is innocent, and we look towards a day that we could vigorously defend him and prove his innocence. Why the hell is Diddy's lawyer basically in the Surviving Diddy documentary? Here's another reason why I'm saying this is like crazy, bro. Again, TMZ is going to frame it. Remember, TMZ is a media outlet. You could say something, but they get to cut it, slice it, put it in an article, put a headline that's going to make your client look crazy. So they are teasing. Look, attorney Mark Agnofilia, who appears in TMZ Studios documentary, The Downfall of Diddy, Brother, I don't want my attorney that I'm paying millions in no fucking documentary called The Downfall of Me. What? Boy, bring your stupid ass back to your office and go write some motions. Why the hell is Diddy, again, I'm just speaking on, if you hired a lawyer, what the fuck? Your lawyer is in this, come on, bro. So, listen to it, and by the way, I'm pretty sure it's a 30-minute interview or it's an hour interview, however long it is. Right? I'm pretty sure they offered him some money, maybe like a couple thousand, maybe like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000. Who cares? Right? But they get to promote their whole series with a 1-minute clip that makes your client look crazy. It makes you look incompetent. It makes you are sitting there in a documentary for TMZ, basically saying, I don't know why my client has so much baby oil. Here is the clip. And this one I said, Diddy got to get this nigga out of here or he'll never see the outside of a jail cell ever again.
They call them freak-offs. But, back when I was a kid in the late 70s, they were called threesomes.
If these are genuinely threesomes, how do you explain 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
I don't know where the number 1,000 came.
The U.S. attorney said it.
I can't imagine it's thousands. I mean, and I'm not really sure what the baby oil has to do with anything.
They're essentially saying it's a lubricant for an orgy.
I guess. I don't know what you need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. I don't know.
Your own lawyer is basically saying he can't even understand why you guys. This nigga's defending you, bro.
You didn't need 1,000 for. I mean, he has a big house. He buys in bulk. I think they have Costco's in every place where he has a home. I mean, have you sat in the parking lot of a Costco and see what people walk out of there with?
Not 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
I don't think it was 1,000. I think it was. Let's just say it's a lot. Okay.
Diddy's lawyer, ladies and gentlemen. Diddy's motherfucking lawyer. Now, my man Mo Gagner, he spoke on this as well. Listen to him.
So Diddy's lawyer decided to go on TMZ, and it went about as poorly as you could expect. Everything was going fine, and then he got asked the question, what about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil? And first he's like, nah, they didn't find no 1,000 bottles. Who said that? And the TMZ interviewer, Harvey's like, the U.S. attorney. And then this guy went, He actually said, I don't know why you would need 1,000. One bottle of baby oil goes a long way. Fam, if you go on TMZ, you got to be.
By the way, that's the reason why that's such a crazy comment coming from a defense attorney. That's exactly what the prosecutor is going to say to your client. So if you're agreeing with it, like, yeah, I don't know why somebody would need 1,000 bottles of baby oil. One bottle goes a long way. Your client is going to, the prosecutor is going to say your client was some fucking sexual deviant who was lathering up hundreds of people to be in freak-offs.
Be prepared to give an answer that does not directly make your client look weird. Like, there were so many easy answers. You could have watched my video. 1,000 bottles of baby oil found at 3 different mansion addresses. That's 333 bottles of oil per mansion. How many bedrooms were in each mansion? 50 mansions? You talking about 5 bottles of oil per bedroom. What about all the other explanations you could have come up with? This man is engaged in a baby oil cosmetics startup. They sent this man promo. This man shops at Costco. Something. Bro, you don't say the last thing that you say is, I don't know why you would need 1,000. One goes a long way. Literally the worst answer you could possibly give. Yo. Oh my God. Yo. So Diddy's lawyer.
Yeah. I think Diddy's cooked, y'all. I think Diddy's cooked. I've lost all hope that Diddy will get any type of bail. Forget even bail. I think Diddy's getting life. I think this lawyer is incompetent. I think he's in over his head. I think he's in it for other reasons, like making a name for himself. And I think he's operating in a manner that might be at the detriment of his client by talking too fucking much. And the air and FaceTime, I'm pretty sure his, per hour number is going to go through the roof because he's defended Diddy and shit. I can't get it. Well, Diddy got all the money and he probably got all the legal people to advise him. So if this continues, we'll see what happens with that. Speaking of which, let me see what else. I feel like I had a few things. Yeah, so I'm now predicting Diddy's going to jail for life. Yeah. This guy, again, you know what that lawyer should be saying? Hey, even if you're trying to you're trying to be specific or do these little angles, be like, hey, the prosecutor said they found 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. Well, here's the thing. Baby oil is usually a household product that can be used for just moisturization. How much baby oil versus how much lubricant? Now, lubricant, we're thinking that's for sex. These are sex-related charges. Lotion, baby oil, these aren't things that just easily mean that it's all about sex. Let's figure out what's that percentage. How much lubricant, how much KY jelly versus how much baby oil, right? Second of all, you should just be sidestepping that question. Hey, listen, we're not here to talk about what household items Diddy has in his house. We're here to talk about what items that were involved in these sexual trafficking charges. And unless the prosecutor alleges that there were baby oil used, we shouldn't even be talking about it. Sidestep the fucking question, my guy. God damn it. All right, hold on. Give me 1 second. We went over the lawsuit pretty much by this new woman. Where the hell is my thingy? Give me a second. Where's my list? I had a whole list of shit. Okay. Oh, well, now everybody's saying that Justin Bieber was a victim. So that's what everybody's been saying. Bieber was a victim.
I don't have legal guardianship of him, but for the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, and we gonna go full crazy.
I'm going crazy.
Pop superstar Justin Bieber was once mentored by Sean Diddy Combs. Now, after Combs' arrest on federal sex trafficking charges, old videos are raising questions about Combs' interactions with Bieber. I take a closer look at their relationship through the years. Welcome to Crime Fix. I'm Anjanette Levy. For the last several days, social media has been full of videos of Sean Combs. You can't click on TikTok or X,
All right, let's get to
given that at least part of what Cassie Ventura claimed was...
As soon as you turn 16, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let you rock this.
Wasn't this a skit chat or am I tweaking?
Right here? Yeah, this gonna be yours. So every time you come in LA, it's a little dusty, but you know, come get the front shot of this.
Man.
Minute.
Woo. Okay.
You want to say I'm grabbing some
All
water?
right, so I'm going to be driving this next year.
Now, that video has been viewed more than 5 million times on Justin Bieber's YouTube channel. He was 15 at the time, and he was staying with Combs for 48 hours.
You know, I have been given custody of him. You know, he signed to Usher.
I'm signed to Usher.
I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know, he did his first album. I did Usher's first album.
Justin Bieber is now a pop megastar. He's loved by fans.
Hey, chat, do you think it's unfair that y'all bullied Meek Mill into at least somewhat kind of addressing Diddy, but nobody's bullying Usher? I mean, in the midst of the Diddy stuff, Usher even went to Bali. I ain't gonna lie, this was flagrant. Like, this is wild. Usher, like, he went to go hang out. He went to go hang out with this nigga. You get what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of wild, right? So he didn't give two fucks. So don't you think it's kind of interesting that nobody's like is pressuring Usher to speak on these things? Where just everybody's just on Meek Mill's head?
Start in the business through Sean Combs. He lived with him for a year when he was 13. And Usher talked about his time living with Combs on the Howard Stern show back in 2016. He was sent to what was called Puffy Flavor Camp.
And you're going to go to Puff Daddy's. He's going
in the 90s. Do you understand what that's like?
Puffy's place was like just filled with chicks and orgying like nonstop, right?
No, not really. I mean, but hey, it was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
So nobody tried to, some woman didn't come along.
I didn't say that.
Okay.
I want to tell you about a great free app. It's called Upside, and it will give you counts, given what we know now.
Justin, you ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours with Diddy, him and his boy. They're having the times of their lives, like where we hanging out and what we doing. We can't really disclose, but it's definitely a 15-year-old's dream. What you want to do? What you want to do over the next 48 hours?
48 hours. Let's go. Let's just go get some girls. Let's go hang with some girls.
A man after my heart. That's what I'm talking about.
Now, let's be clear. This could have all just been a joke. But in 2020, Justin Bieber gave a tearful interview to Apple Music in which he talked about wanting to protect Billie Eilish from the music industry and the things that he had been through. There are other...
Yeah, I heard about that video. Usher... Justin Bieber, Billie Eilish. It was crying, supposedly. What was that about?
Is which have lit that I'm run down, and she can let me know when I'm like, all right, you're looking depleted right now, and it's clear of everybody telling me just how to navigate being married. I'm friggin' married now, and I got the best wife in the world. She supports me through so much. I'm really honored to be her husband, and I just
really, you made a whole album about it.
Yeah, it's this is an album I wrote in the first year of our marriage. So it's like there's so much more to learn about commitment and building trust and foundation. I'm looking forward to continuing to build and make music that's going to reflect that.
That's what's great about Changes. It's a honeymoon record.
Yeah, exactly.
So when did you know you wanted to get in the studio and feel inspired?
I think when I went on stage with Ariana Grande, it gave me kind of like a boost of confidence. Oh, this is what I do. This is what I'm good at, and I don't need to run away from it. I was like, I was running away.
It was a great moment when you came face to face with Billie Eilish, who, in her own way, dealing with this very, very public explosion of success and of attention.
It was so quick. Yeah, and she's crazy. She's a superstar.
What was going through your mind when you saw that kind of reaction?
I wanted to protect the moment. You know, I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get. You know, we never know how many opportunities we're going to get with anybody. I mean, I'm tearing up thinking about it, just with the Kobe situation, you know. I just wanted to be a good example. And it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, you know, telling me they love me and, you know, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments, because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, you know? I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Do you realize how important the story is? Every time I have a conversation with someone who's been through this unique type of experience, I'm searching for some kind of truth that can help.
I commend you for going there and asking the tough questions and the things that people don't want to talk about, and they don't want to go there because it's revealing, and I want people to take a look at my story, and hopefully my words can make a difference.
You chose to make an album really
Yeah, there is you know, if you listen to this in context, it sounds like at first he's talking about possibly death and like how uncertain life is, and maybe taking things for granted, because he mentions Kobe. But then he also talks about people turning their back on him, and he talks about when, you know, this industry, people turn their back on you. But then it gets into a little bit of saying, I just don't want you to go through what I went through. And it almost feels like there's some dark there that he doesn't really touch on, but his body language is really telling. Like he starts to have this like tearful, but he's also looking down the whole time, which makes you feel like there's some shame. And you know, body language matters a lot. Like he's looking down the entire time. It feels like he's almost recounting something shameful.
I just want to protect her, you know? I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Do you realize how important the story is? Every time I have a conversation with someone who's been through this unique type of experience, I'm searching.
And it was hard for me being that young and being in the industry and not knowing where to turn, and everyone, you know, telling me they love me and, you know, just turn their back on you in a second. So if she ever needs me, I'm going to be here for her. But yeah, just protecting those moments, because people take for granted encounters, and I just want to protect her, you know? I don't want her to go through anything I went through. I don't wish that upon anybody. Yeah, if she ever needs me, I'm just a call away.
Damn, him saying I don't wish it on anyone. Looking at it, there's some dark about it. I do think Justin Bieber has seen some shit. I think he's seen some shit. I think Chris Brown has seen some shit. These are people who came in the game 14, 15. They're like children. They're kind of wide-eyed. And then they're around this industry, and it's almost like, I don't know if it happened necessarily with Chris Brown. I know Chris Brown's mom was there a lot, but these older figures in the industry start to kind of put them on the path of becoming veterans, but kind of almost letting them know, like, yo, this is what's going on, and this is what you have to accept. And maybe you don't realize it's like crazy until later on, but yeah, something's definitely with this interview.
Hey. Do you realize how important the story is? Every time I have a conversation with someone who's been through this unique type of experience, I'm searching for some kind of truth that can help.
I commend you for going there and asking the tough questions and the things that people don't want to talk about, and they don't want to go there because it's revealing, and I want people to take a look at my story, and hopefully my words can make a difference.
You chose to make an album really hyper-focused, as we said before, on the honeymoon phase of your marriage. And you opened the doors to
Okay.
really keen collaborate at some point in the future. And it picks up where...
Yeah, this whole interview, I think there's times he's answering the questions, he's not looking at him.
I don't know if I'd be alive for sure. It was dark. So I'm very, very grateful to have influences in my life. Or when we were hanging a lot, I said, listen, I'm still really hurt. You know, I'm not in a place to...
I've found, you know, a really important bond, and this marriage has been a hugely important development in your life.
It's been a really big reason of why I'm coming back and I'm successful at this. I mean, she giving me substance to talk about. She's the person that I'm learning to love unconditionally, start a family with. So
how did you kind of know?
I'd let her know prior to the tour when we were hanging a lot. I said, listen, I'm still really hurt. You know, I'm not in a place to, you know, be faithful and all this sort of stuff that I wanted to be, you know, but I just wasn't there yet. I took the time to like really build myself. I really took a deep dive in my faith.
Those tough years is in a way, you were punishing yourself because you didn't have the answers, right?
Mm-hmm. I think that I was just, living in this shame, living in all this sort of stuff in my past, and I wasn't able to move on.
Do you think the person that either you of then was on a path of self-destruction?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I would have, for sure, 100%. Yeah. It would have been no bueno. It was bad. I don't know if I'd be alive for sure. It was dark. So I'm very, very grateful to have influences in my life that have played a huge part in me seeing their relationship with Jesus and their relationship with their wives and their relationship with their kids and saying that's what I want. But I want to definitely tell my story so that if that resonates to anybody, that they can hopefully learn from it.
Well, for me, you know, music comes from somewhere.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, there's something up with that, man.
Videos of Bieber and Combs that have circulated online.
What's up, man? You good?
I'm good. How are you?
All right, young brother, everything's good?
Everything's
Selling
great.
out arenas and everything? Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you try to get in contact with me, you know, through all my, partners and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you my number.
Yeah.
Again, does this video mean anything? It could just be a teenage kid caught in an awkward moment. In 2015, Combs presented Bieber with an American Music Award for Best Collaboration. And there's another video showing a birthday celebration. It shows an exchange on one of Bieber's birthdays. And finally, the fourth video making the rounds was recorded 3 years ago.
Why do people say he was patting him down like he's for a wire? Is that true?
And finally, the fourth video making the rounds was recorded 3 years ago. Let's play that again. Some speculated that Combs was looking to see whether Bieber was wearing a wire when he patted him down. It seemed a little awkward for sure. Around this time last year, Combs and Bieber collaborated on the song Moments for Diddy's The Love album, Off the Grid. This was, of course, before the first allegations made by Cassie Ventura surfaced. Combs settled the suit with her in a day, and then the federal raid happened in March of this year. So far, Justin Bieber, like many people who know Combs, has been silent. There may be a good reason for that. He just became a father for the first time. A source close to Bieber told People he's aware of Diddy's arrest and the allegations, but added, it's not anything that he wants to focus on, though. The insider, likely Bieber's publicist, continued, saying Bieber's been in a happy bubble since baby Jack was born, and he just wants to focus on being a great dad and husband.
I wonder where Usher stands on this. I do kind of wonder where even Justin Bieber stands on this too. Does it sound like these niggas still fuck with Diddy, or they're like, finally they got this predator?
That is also completely understandable. Justin Bieber's a first-time father. He should want to enjoy this time and cherish every moment of it. But that hasn't stopped the chatter. This TikTok video from Bieber's father-in-law, actor Stephen Baldwin, has just added to the speculation about Diddy and Bieber.
You have heard the expression, the calm before the storm. There is always a calm before the storm, but then so is there another calm after the storm. There's a calm and then a storm and then another calm.
So you get the gist. And no one knows whether Stephen Baldwin was actually referring to the Sean Combs situation or his son-in-law, Justin Bieber, but that video certainly has had people on X wondering. I want to bring in Mitra Ahorian. She is an entertainment attorney in Los Angeles. So Mitra, what are people saying out there on the street? What's the chatter in Hollywood about Sean Combs' arrest?
I think the chatter is some of what we're already hearing in the news, except that there are actual people who were at these parties who have interacted with him. Puffy was one of the, and is, we can say is, one of the most influential artists and producers in the hip hop world. We all grew up listening to his music.
But
all right. Interestingly enough, that's the angle that I don't think Bieber is going to speak on. I think something happened there, man. I don't know if they got fucked themselves by Diddy, and that sounds crazy, but I think if you ask me, I believe that Diddy sexualized these young boys at a very early age, basically because his lifestyle was primarily based around sex. And when they came into his orbit, he probably told them like, hey, this is how it has to be, right? This is the industry. Also, there probably was some weird stuff. I don't know if it's necessarily him fucking them, but probably put them in some positions, no Diddy, that were uncomfortable. But that's me still being a little bit tame and thinking about what he could have done then. Something clearly happened. Something clearly happened, though.